Terminator 3, this is Terminator. Stalker's test is acting a paid low crew that went down in the area. Over. All hitmen 3 victors. Be advised, we'll roll and freeze to TAC 295 at 1800 Zulu. No copy. Badger, this is Badger 2-3. Who cleared those Cobras hot? Roger. Interrogative. Do you have a positive ID on any enemy personnel there?
All women ages 18 to 25 should be legally required to sign up for selective service. This includes all women except for people that have children. The current draft rules still stay in effect. When people think of the U.S. military, they always think of men being in the military, but I think women should also be in the military. They don't have to be in the front lines, they don't have to do all the dirty shooting work, but they should be involved in the military as it is a safe duty. Women are always looking for ways to gain equality, as they should. They don't always have as many rights as men. They are looking for rights such as equal pay, leadership roles, and other ways as well. Some equality, however, can be less one, such as signing up for selective service. This, however, is still equality, and if they want one piece of equality, they should get all pieces of equality. Serving your country is a privilege and a civic duty. Just like voting, it should be necessary. Voting helps your country, and so does the military. The military addresses a few of these inequalities, such as there are no genders in the military. Everyone is a soldier. The girls wear their hair up so you cannot tell who's a man and who's a woman until they speak. The second inequality broken is the pay. In the military, everyone starts out with equal pay at E1 or private. That is their pay rank. As you can see in the bottom left corner of this chart, E1 is about $1,500. This would be per month that you work. When people think of the U.S. military, they think of frontline shooting people and kicking in doors. But in reality, the U.S. military has over 22 different types of jobs and 150 plus specific jobs to be trained in. Being shown right now is all the different 150 specific jobs you can have in the military. In the military, they're called MOSs, or military occupational specialties. When a woman is drafted, if need be, they shouldn't be in front lines, in fact. The Marines even did a research study into that very topic. And here is an NPR clip discussing the results of this study.
They carried heavy packs and mounted patrols, shot at targets and dug fighting holes, practiced pulling the wounded to safety. Others changed massive tires on armored vehicles, while still others loaded artillery shells.
Those are measurements of things that we believe impact combat effectiveness. In 93 out of 134 tasks that we tested across the MOSs, the all-male groups outperformed the integrated groups.
And those tasks basically tell how good a unit is in fighting the enemy. All male units were faster in moving to a target, the study found, especially with a heavy weapon like a machine gun. They also had more hits on targets and at a faster rate. The study pointed to what it called notable differences in the amount of time it took an all-male unit to evacuate a wounded Marine compared to a mixed-gender unit. In addition, women had trouble climbing over a barrier with their packs and often needed assistance, and they suffered more injuries, like stress fractures from carrying heavy packs. Tom Bowman, NPR News, Washington.
It would do them good physically and mentally good to be in the military as well. Women in basic training are treated as soldiers, just as every man is treated as a soldier. Everyone has to do 50 push-ups, no matter their gender, no matter their race, no matter their stance on their sexuality. Everyone has to do 50 push-ups if the drill sergeant says to do 50 push-ups. They'll have to get the same test scores to be in the job they want to do. They don't have any leniency for any specific type of person. Everybody is equal. The last inequality in society is the gap in leadership between genders. Men hold most of the leadership roles in businesses and also in society as general. According to a Forbes study, the United States is one of the worst performing regions in the world, with only 22% of senior roles being held by women at this current time, and 39% of companies with no women in any senior roles. This, however, does not correlate to the military. The highest ranking woman ever in the military is a 4-star general. That is the second highest ranking in the military, only beside the general of the army, or a 5-star general. Being shown right now is the rank structure of the military army. Women are starting to become leaders in the military, which teaches men that the normal stereotype of them leading is broken. Men need to learn how to take orders from a woman, since this is the way that society is moving. It will also give women confidence and motivation. The last point in equality is that all women, when they think of the military, are afraid of being drafted, when in reality, the last draft was over 40 years ago and is not soon to be foreseen in the future. The government will use every possible method, starting with negotiations before reinstating the draft. They also will all send over the Army Reserve and National Guard, and other branches, National Guard and Reserve as well, before reinstating the draft. Being shown right now is a breakdown of all people in the military by branch.